Hello, 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 my friends. It's so good to be back. It's so good to be streaming. The tavern doors are open, so come on in. Have a seat, have some mead. We're all having fantastic days. It is Wednesday once again. We're here to kick off a new adventure. Well, it's a continuation of an old adventure with Lancer Breaking Ground Act 2, Episode 1. A Rising Storm. We're going to be joining back up with our brave and fantastic mercenaries once again in Lancer, the TTRPG, based off of mechs and mechanized goodness. So, I hope you're all ready for the continuation of an epic tale and find out what our intrepid heroes have been up to in the short bit of time since the end of Act 1. Without further ado, my name's Hippie, I'm your host, and welcome to the bridge.
They're just gonna kill me and I just look
hello.
up to death. Oh well.
How y'all doing? Kicking ass, taking names?
Good.
Fantastic, fantastic. President, so you made it in time. Perfect, perfect. If you didn't make it in time, you would have died immediately. Like, in real life, not in the game. In real life, you'd be dead.
Damn, wild, insane even.
I mean, what's wild is that none of you detected the assassins that I've sent to monitor your positions.
The poisoning has been countered on me already, asshole.
That wasn't poisoning. That guy he just had a cold. He coughed in your general direction. That was an accident. I killed him and replaced him.
I mean, I think you should check on your assassins because I don't know if they updated
Yeah,
you in quite a while.
No, I got eyes on them at all times.
At all times, I see.
At all times, yeah. They haven't moved in
He
like
lies.
2 weeks. Don't worry about it.
2 weeks.
He has assassins for his assassins.
Gee, I wonder why they're not moving.
Yeah, I think the one outside my door might have frozen to death a while ago. Hey, it's been kind of cold here.
Explains the smell.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, welcome back, everyone. Hope you're all doing swell and dandy. It's good to have each and every one of you returning to the fold. We will be down a SIG for those who will notice he is unfortunately busy at this time and will not be rejoining the group as Wolf. So, move on. Live a better life. If you were attached to Wolf too damn bad, and get over it. Go cry in a corner or something.
What will we do without our jerky dispenser?
Don't worry, the jerky still exists in the universe. You still get it. It's over there in the jerky
It's gone
dispenser.
forever now.
It's right there in the jerky dispenser.
I can almost hear it. I can almost taste it. Ugh.
Please no, I don't want to. In fact, keep it away.
It's
It
the
can
2-week old box of opened carry-on that he left for you guys. It fumigates the room around you.
Oh, so generous.
Yeah. Welcome. We're gonna go down the line once again. Do the introductions. Have each of you, introduce yourself, who you're playing, and who you are here on the internet, and or I guess not everyone here is a person on the internet. One of you is a machine.
True.
Yeah, hoop.
Oh, wait. Wait. Take the shot.
Wait.
He knows too much.
Just as the EMP goes off. Well.
Yeah, so, Dragon, who now goes by the name of Tristan, I believe I'm saying that correctly or incorrectly, introduce yourself, who you are, and who you're playing.
Howdy, I am Tessa, and I do play Derek Giles here in the series. I am just a giant fuck-off bodyguard for Nima at this point. and I have an anti-mat rifle that says if you get within 20 meters of me, I get to shoot you.
I hope it's more than 20 meters.
20 kilometers.
Well, is it
Right.
kilometers? I don't know what the units are in
It's
this
20
game, so-
spaces. It's a unit of measurement. It really depends on how big the maps are in Lancer, technically. If I'm doing city to city maps, and yeah, it's like, 2 kilometers. If I'm doing a city, it's like less than that, but it's whatever.
Damn, you think these guns would be more consistent? What the
Right.
fuck?
It's 20 whatever the hell at that present moment. If you're within that range, I get to shoot you.
If you're-
While other than that, I do variety stuff here on the internet.
Yeah. It's 20 throwable taco units. So
Baguette.
20 freedom by burger.
it's whatever, however far you can throw a taco 20 times. All right. Kaiser, introduce yourself, who you are and who you're playing.
Hey, I'm Sarcastic Kaiser. On hiatus.
Eternally.
Yep. I am playing Gregor Dullahan, the local ghost man, McGee, nanomachine, fucking. Slap on as many tags as you want them. Probably most of them will be correct.
Sundari Gyaru Schoolgirl?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
But I can change my appearance as well, duh.
Technically, but that never became a thing.
We can rank
Never
on it, it's fine.
did that.
Alright, Lynx, introduce yourself, who you are and who you're playing.
Hello, I am Lynx. I am playing Sophendrin, known as Patchy. I am I reload a lot, and I am a greaser.
Alright. And last but certainly not least, the glorious Maury. Introduce yourself, who you are, and who you're playing.
Hi, I stream sometimes. I haven't streamed in a couple months because I got a new job, and it's taken up my time and energy. Hopefully soon I can find a needle in the haystack of a time slot. And apparently I am the murder princess protected by Derek and their giant wall.
Wow, a princess and her castle. Wow.
I
The
ship it.
motoring from a distance.
I'm sorry, Brigateur, there's no princess in chess. There's no castle involved here. Thank you very much.
Ben, so, good to have you all back. Yeah, last time we saw the intrepid mercenary company here. You guys had a bit of an adventure in an uncovering of secrets and unfortunate turn of events.
Yeah, fuck you, Draven.
So last we saw our mercenaries, our lancers, they had engaged with what had thought to have been an old friend, an honest friend, who had unfortunately been actually a mercenary, but under the banner of the Lions of the Lake, known as Crooked Trevor. Having been keeping an eye on one Gregor Dolahan, seeing what path he took in life, and realizing that it was one of danger, one of potentially the end of Tumbuska Prime, Crooked Trevor attempted to step in, put down the issue, and stop the awakening of the planet. Unfortunately, he failed. The party held off Crooked Trevor as best as holding off they could, and in doing so, the core of the planet, the Code Mother herself, awakened, spewing a bright green light and a new stream of code into space around the crater that was being defended by our Lancers. Gregor Dullahan, who had thought was a chosen champion, the Code Mother, found out how cruel the world really is. In a split second, in an alternate mental space, Code Mother called upon him, and instead of receiving a reward for his hard work and for the task of awakening the planet, he was stripped of his powers, of what he had gained and cultivated within his nanomachine body. Now all that remains is a man. Man trying to find his way in the world. For the last 2 weeks of time, this has been truly his struggle. Simply trying to be human, a task that he didn't realize he needed to practice at. Eating, sleeping, drinking, taking care of a body that once took care of itself has been draining in and of itself. And though the Code Mother stripped him of all abilities provided by her, there still remains one more voice echoing in his head. Gelrit, old Sheen that had been met in the early parts of Act 1, revealed to have been a custodian of the planet, the last sane voice within the Code.
I promise I'm not schizo.
Rests within Gregor Dullahan's mind in an attempt to keep him breathing, keep his body whole, and to see if it can't guide him towards a more peaceful end. Besides him, Derek has spent the last 2 weeks a busy man, running back and forth between simple maintenance of his machine and practice drills with newly imported recruits or veterans simply needing to freshen up on combat activities in and out of the machine. It's been fairly appreciated amongst all the soldiers, having someone of such skill take the time and opportunity to chip off the rust and make sure everyone's in fighting condition. Outside of that, he's been mainly upon the walls or volunteering for patrols, keeping an eye on everything, and doing due diligence to provide overwatch and, well, keeping everyone in one piece. Things adored there for a moment. Solfendrend has been spending this last bit of time doing their best to help where hope is needed, finding places where hope may not have been asked for, but at least where his expertise can be, venturing often off base, out of the walls of Port Daylight. Sofin has found a small respite from front lines. A widow he had saved named Eleanor, keeping an eye on her and making sure that she's moving along safely after the unfortunate death of her husband. Eleanor has been working at essentially a soup kitchen, helping those who've been displaced, whether from war or from the simple unfortunates that this is an incomplete city. Homes were never properly laid out to begin with. In recent times, though, Eleanor has spoken of wanting to do more. Help in the fight. Do more. Do what her husband always wanted to do. Recently, she's begun packing. Mentioning wanting to go the distance and not simply speak the words of one who wishes to help, but to actually act. It seems she's making plans to move to where the resistance holds their lines. Outside of that, Sulfin has been doing their best to fix things that are broken, machines, tech, aiding the engineers working on the non-functional orbital cannons, attempt to get those up and running in the assumed but almost guaranteed war to come. Last but not least, Nima has been spending time, well spent. Time well spent with Lieutenant Cold Eye McKay. A beautiful and domineering lieutenant within the ranks of the soldiers in Fort Daylight. Nima has done a bit of extra legwork to bolden their relation, though McKay still doesn't refer to them as a partnership. It has certainly been more than just a booty call and a one-night stand. Outside of this, she's been...
What do you mean? They're just great friends.
They're roommates.
They're
Just
roommates. Oh my god, they were roommates.
Outside of this, Nima's been attempting to reach out to Gregor. Not Gregor. Yeah, Gregor. Reach out to Gregor and help him in his journey to understand what it means to be human. Whether Gregor has accepted these attempts or simply moved along, that is between them.
This is the
But,
first I'm hearing of it.
yeah. But
Oh yeah,
He's just been gone for 2 weeks.
yeah.
There
But,
has been no one home when the lights are on.
But,
That's an apt description of me.
yeah, so with that, we will go ahead and open up with the four of you sitting around in your bunks, having finished the the morning's like routines of getting up, running laps, doing general maintenance on your machines and yourselves. It's about midday at this point. Nothing insane is going on. You've been asked for very little work in the recent times, as CNH isn't sure how or where to deploy you. They're not sure where their funds are to be going right now, and it doesn't help that the shareholder, Ashura Tetro, has pulled off the planet after the revelation of the large issues here and their deep line into the social medias and social circles in general, they wish not to dip their toes into something that could be damning story. On the other hand, the man known as Oba has stuck firmly the soldiers in Fort Daylight and been putting quite a bit of pressure on Dariuk's pole to find the lost clone Barahir, missing during previous activity all around the planet.
Yeah, he did kind of just take a shell and then fucked off.
Yeah, I just kind of assumed the guy fell over fucking dead somewhere.
He is
Like,
certainly dead. Or you can hope.
If only.
should we be so lucky?
Besides that, the increased fervor of the cult of the Evanescent Creed has begun filling the streets. More and more cultists are being arrested, spouting the glories of coming end, the glories of the machine that rises, the code mother of the Evanescent Creed. More and more people rise and speak of being a prophet, being able to see and hear the code, what is right and what is to be. It's true. Who knows? Most of them end up in the loony bin. But very few tend to keep preaching. The words of Exeter Zhao has begun broadcasting over a secret radio wave city. His preaching is on Pete. Can speak of salvation, speak of a new world. Sickness is no longer a thing, where no one is poor, no man has more power than the next, where all are equal. A planet that does not suffer from the destructions of war and the wants of the individual. And so that the midday announcement that lunch in the galley is available. A special spaghetti. Space spaghetti.
Is it made with like alien tentacles rather than flour?
Who knows? Who knows what it's made out of?
Who knows? Does it move?
Yes, the mystery spaghetti.
It looks like regular spaghetti. What it's made out of, you're unsure.
What do you mean? It comes from the spaghetti plant.
As long as it's not sand.
It might have sand in it. A lot of sand around you.
I mean, there is such a thing as spaghetti squash, but
Yeah.
As I said, as long as it's not made of sand, we're good. It's like if we've reached that level of desperate, we're kind of already cooked. we're fucked.
Sure. Gregor, it is certainly odd having the almost painful urge to take to food. Always been a pastime more often than requirement for you in the past, but as Elred reminds you, your body does require sustenance now. Simply drinking water will not suffice.
Uh, how uh, how mundane.
Well, I mean, if you call that mundane, what would you rather have? A random tentacle slapped on the plate and told you it's mystery meat?
I liked not having to deal with things.
Well, welcome to humanity, buddy. It fucking sucks. You've got it for the rest of your life now.
I'm going
Yeah.
back. Fuck this.
I don't know if that's an option, bud.
The planet, easy peasy.
Ah, yes, of course.
But yeah, what the fuck are we doing?
Honestly, we've just been waiting around for new orders at this point.
So, I don't know about y'all, but I've been helping him get people whipped into fucking shape.
Working on the orbital cannons for one. It's a slow process getting those big ass guns to work again.
I bet necessary.
Yes,
Defenses are, a little important.
and so are troops.
Well, exactly. Who else is going to man the defenses?
Not wrong.
Well, if else you want to simply heading off to the galley doesn't seem like a horrible plan to fill your bellies and stretch the legs.
Food does sound nice right now.
Yeah, sure. I'll go get myself a plate of sand pasta.
Sand.
Sand.
Nom, 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 nom.
I don't get how you all eat this. Whatever the fuck they serve.
Well-
It's
Well, first we open our mouths.
I
and
get
we
the
put-
process, idiot. I mean, it
Well,
tastes
then you
like
get ow.
well, proverbial shit.
Yes.
Welcome to rations.
Yes. Hello. Welcome to Wartime Rations. It is nice to finally have you with us. It has been like this the whole time.
Oh, I think about it. I kind of dread even attempting to try that jerky again. I feel like that might actually just kill me.
Yes, it probably would, especially since it's been left there for 2 weeks, unattended.
It's probably fine.
I mean,
I
I
it's,
think-
somehow don't. Can I just look and see what color it is at this point? See if it's even the
It's-
same color it was.
yeah, it's an airtight seal package. It's designed to. It is like the ration of rations. It is meant to sit out in blazing desert sun for 100 years and still be edible. It's carry-on.
Jesus. I don't trust how well this is kept. How about we make some of the other soldiers eat things?
I would
We'll see.
rather
We'll
not be charged with
experiment.
manslaughter.
It'll be fine.
And for attempted poisoning of military personnel, you're court-martialed and put to death.
Well, damn. At least I don't have to deal with the code, mother.
All right.
I say we leave it here and see how long it takes for anything to try and touch it.
If it hasn't already.
They're in packages, they're not just sitting there. As you guys opened them all and dumped them on the floor.
We could as an experiment see how quickly it takes for them to gain sentience.
just dump it out the
Opening
window.
just one wouldn't hurt.
Jesus Christ. If you want to do that, Sulfin, you are more than welcome, buddy. I think I'll stick with the sand pasta served in the kitchen, though.
I'm not gonna eat it. I'm just gonna leave it out and see if any of the base rodents decide to try and eat it.
Oh, you really that desperate? You want to eat base rodent?
It probably
No, I
tastes
want
better.
to see if you would even recognize it.
Fair.
I mean, at least if it's the base rodent, we know it's actual meat.
Anyhow, I think cafeteria. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an idea.
All right,
I
let's go.
Yeah,
All right, you all wander into off of the cafeteria as you cross the sandy open area of the base. There's a bit of wind today, and it's kicking around dust from the desert. Though the walls tend to keep most of it out, it still gets places and nooks and crannies and whatnot. But y'all have gotten fairly used to being out here in the dry heat. Though with the awakening of the Code Mother and the core of the planet, you've noticed the shifting of climate and recent weather patterns have begun to change towards the edge of the desert. You can see the building of gray clouds, storms thundering off in the distance. See heavy rains causing a mist over the edges of the desert and the borders. Each flash
Heavy rain.
in the distance tends to streak long and far over the horizon. And you swear with each one you can see ever the small outline of Harrison Armory's new front line. Scattered around the deserts is the charred remains of machines, new and old. Some of the of CNH's markings, and others of probing scouting forces of Harrison Armory, as well as the monstrosities known as the white blood cells that the planet sends random spurts. You fought some here or there, but since the previous encounter, nothing as extreme or as heavily armed. You make it to the cafeteria, and the air is there's an air of concern over every soldier's face as they eat their food, but there is still the welcome sound of chatter and laughing and soldiers messing about with each other. You spot Derrick's pull, and strangely, one Lieutenant McKay sitting at a table, munching down plates of spaghetti. They seem to be talking a little bit between bites here or there. But honestly, you never really knew that they even interacted with each other, though I guess their ranks would simply assume otherwise.
Well, at least they're not too dead to give us orders yet.
or trying to kill each other.
Yet.
Yeah.
We haven't gone mad all around. That's good at least.
As you walk in, Nima, Lieutenant McKay, waves her hand over at you and lifts up a extra plate she's already gathered for you. Quick, person-to-person comms, pings into your headset. Seat's warm. Got a plate for you.
Oh, to me?
Yes, to you. You're the only Nima.
That we know about, yeah. Like, unless you've been printing copies somewhere.
I skip over like Galo Fairy.
Uh,
Good to see one of us getting some entertainment.
Well.
Hey, we're all getting entertainment. We get to watch.
You're not wrong.
um,
You
you
know,
you prance over to Lieutenant McKay and take your seat
that's a good
next to him.
word. That's a good word for Galo Fairy. Prance over.
Look, I just go off my favorite random quote I made up a while back. Men do not frolic, they prance.
Oh, that's a good one.
So you prance. And yeah, take your seat. She McKay smiles and nudges you for wrapping a well muscled arm over your shoulder and smiling at you before any more PDA can be observed. Darius, observe rank, please. At least while you're in the mess halls. Both a quick glance, and he has a little smirk on his face. He eats scarfs down a meatball.
Oh, so he's supportive of it, but has to keep his job.
Yeah, he
Okay.
gets it. Like
Yeah,
it's a war zone. You got to keep company, but like she definitely, well, he technically doesn't outrank you, but like she is an officer, so she needs to keep composure. Yeah, 'cause technically you're mercenary, so you don't have a military rank.
No.
Yep.
But yeah. I assume the rest of you gather your spaghettis and meatballs.
Of course.
Sure.
Naturally, yes.
Gregor, how much time have you spent in the mess halls? The recent need to understand and well, be human again. How often do you venture down here? Simply just to, as Gelret puts in your head, practice eating food.
I think it'd be a mix between either going way too frequently or maybe once a day. Maybe, if I remember.
On some days, it's you're down here, you know, every hour at every pang of hunger, and other days it's I cannot be bothered.
So like real life.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course.
The machines pump out the allotted amounts of spaghetti and meatball. If you, Gregor, as you approach, back of your head, you simply hear Gelred. You have not ingested the required amount of proteins this day. I will assist. 2 extra meatballs are plopped out of the machine plate.
Thanks, I guess.
Your body is my body too, currently. I wish to keep it functional. Might I suggest a soylent beverage to mitigate your intake of greens?
Ain't that stuff that's made of people, or am I thinking of someone else?
It has not been proven in the last 15,000 years, one way or the other.
Oh, okay, good. I suppose I could at least grab something to. What's the saying? Wet the whistle or something? Yeah.
This is certainly one way to describe it. One of the machines nearby spews out a slurry of green sludge.
They said a
It's-
slur, like, huh? Where did this come from?
The machines are racist.
The machine just
Look.
spits out a slur. I shoot it on the spot.
Jesus Christ.
What the fuck? Friendly fire!
That's what I'm saying.
A cup dispenses and yeah, it's a green sludge, kind of like a Slurpee, but a little thicker. It also has the option of being a warm beverage if you wish it to be so.
I don't think making it warm is gonna make it any better, Chief.
Yes.
No one ever
may-
drinks it as a warm beverage.
They all take comfort in cup of warm slop pile.
My favorite.
The feature meant for cold war fronts. This is one of those. So.
Really? You don't say.
I thought the desert would have been freezing.
No.
I mean,
it could be a Arctic desert.
Could be,
Hmm.
could
Yeah.
be when the sun finally fully goes down. Maybe.
yeah. But yeah, you collectors all sit around. Does everyone sit at the table with Nima and Paul McKay?
To make them seem more normal, I'll sit there at least.
Wow.
I don't know if that's an additive statement, but
That is a statement, for sure. I'll probably go like find a random group of like troops or something that I've been helped train and whatever, just to pass time of going over at the, if nothing else, reevaluating like basic knowledge that they've been getting in training or whatever. Because it can't be like there can't be a conversation, you know. There can't be a bad conversation when you're trying to keep yourself fucking awake, frankly.
you end up sitting at a table with Gotten, Kozlev, Winters, and Anya are chatting and laughing at. Kozlev has shown them his little trick of sucking a noodle up through his mouth and spewing it out his nose.
Like, well, I'm glad to see they're at least entertaining themselves in their off time.
Yeah. Kozlev is a large, well-built man. In his late 20s, he's one of the older and interacting. He's friendly enough, though he oft doesn't know his own. Injured more than enough people in boxing matches. Winters is a fairly straightforward, also on actually hit 30, well-practiced pilot and very comfortable. Sonya is the youngest of the group, 25. She is a firecracker of a woman, constantly teasing and bullying the older gentleman despite her smaller stature and younger age. Enjoy sitting around. Air of veteracy that they display. Friendly.
All right, I'll take a seat with them. Screw it.
Kozlev. Giles, it's good to see you. Hey, have you seen this one? He fucking spews a noodle out of his nose. It gets a little bit of like velocity and whips past your leg, just barely missing form.
I just like offer or laugh at. Like I just kind of laugh at it. It's like, no, I can't say I've seen that one before, but hey, good shot. You almost got me.
Ah,
Oh,
that was just hip firing. You should see me when I aim.
yeah. Well, it's like I'm sure your accuracy is just fine, Kozlov.
You do note that, as per usual, Kozlov has snuck a second helping of food. Is the tray underneath the tray of food he currently has is smeared with sauce as he already downed part of it.
Like, well, good to see you're keeping yourself well fed.
Uh,
I trust.
As you sit, pipes up, she's flipping through a data slate and she lays it down in front of and you. And I've been going over a couple of potentially more efficient patrol patterns around Fort Daylight, and with the adjustment of Harrison Armory forces that have been moved through, I think it might be a better idea to move Squad 3 over to... Winters cuts in. Please, Sonia, I'm trying to relax. As much as I love giving orders and following them to a T, I would much rather enjoy my afternoon slop without thinking about everyone else's problems. Sonia smiles and nods before she continues on. That's great, Winters, but also, what if we... So Squad A and Squad B 14, their patrol patterns currently put them through a dead zone. They haven't had any activity in seismic, aerial, or visual at all. If we shift them over here, she continues talking about potentially more useful patrol pattern for a couple of the squadrons, as well as it would allow for some mid-patrol combat training, simply following some practice drills of taking cover, quick entrenchments, and shifting from position to position. He does this in the midst of also munching down on ball and pasta. Winters simply gives you a nod as he speaks as if he is annoyed at, talking business in the midst of lunch, but he's very definitely paying attention, and he has the usual visualization in his eyes of notating down everything being said. He's a very thorough sergeant, and understands that his role as pseudo leader of this little group is an important one.
During a few of her examples of that she's given me, like, oh well, we could move the troops out of the few dead zones, or I remind them, and I remind her and bring up the importance of at least leaving one patrolling through that area on the off chance the dead zone becomes not so dead. We at least need to have a set of eyes ready to inform us if there is something coming.
She nods me and sketch out another new patrol pattern in an attempt to fill the dead zone with less troops, but also keep it well monitored either way, not overworking any one individual or keeping anyone on their lonesome for any extended period of time. As you're doing that, rest of you sit down with Darix Pole and Lieutenant McKay, and Derek's glance over directions of Derek Giles, and back to you. Good to see at least someone getting along with the troops. It's definitely been a boost of morale to have the training and assistance of Lancers. After what you did with the resistance, a lot of the troops have looked up to you, and, well, I hope they keep doing so. A little light and all this shit is not a bad idea. In the time you've been, well, learning, Gregor, have you told Eric Pohl of your new disposition, or do you just kind of look off and haven't told anyone besides the group?
I'd probably have not told anyone else.
Okay.
It's not really something that needs to just be out there, I feel, but
Yeah, fair. I'm assuming you're all enjoying your bits of, not sure I could call it R&R, but you're not on the front lines.
Eh, work is work. The machines always need something.
Fair. Yeah, I mean, apologies for such a mundane deployment at this point. As you've been told many times, CNH hasn't found a place to put you with the current shit that's hit the fan. Things aren't quite stable. We've gotten ups and downs and fundings and retrieval of troops. We've had to slow down on the construction of the orbital cannons, unfortunately. Only having 2 of them up is not ideal, but it's better than nothing. Appreciate the assistance in that, by the way. He looks over to you, Sulfin.
I've done all I could with the parts we got, but I'm trying to not jury rig so that it actually remains functional for more than a shot or two.
Fair. It's definitely, as I said, it's better than nothing. It's not what I'd like, but at least 2 might keep something out of the sky long enough for us to bring it down or get out of its way. And, well, I think, instead of having you all sit around collecting dust and rusting away here, I might see if I can't dig up some sort of patrol to give you. Send you out to the borders. Give you something fun to do. At least for the day.
Stretching our legs would be nice.
Fair. Can't have you getting complacent and napping all day. And in that note, I think Lieutenant McKay might have something for you. McKay, who has been teasingly ogling Nima and has more than once offered a meatball from her work.
Yeah, are we Lady and the Tramping Mouse?
No, she offered you a meatball, not a noodle.
Oh.
I'm just looking at Paul and like, they aren't even subtle anymore.
I hate to break it to you, they were never subtle.
Subtlety has never been their strong suit.
There was
on more
a
than
day.
on more than one occasion, you've walked into your own dorm during their activities and been shooed away. Simply on the whims of Kay and her want of a change of scenery.
This is particularly frustrating when he does 20 to 24-hour shifts to try and get the guns working.
Subtlety, thy name is not McKay.
I think she's as subtle as a bomb.
I mean, looking at her like
Nope.
6'2" over-muscled stature, yes.
I was about to say, no wonder she gets along well with the explosives expert.
Yeah. In the midst of offering you a meatball, McKay, hearing Pole pass the baton, speaking baton to her, she very quickly snaps to officer mode, and as you leaned in to eat this meatball, she pulls it away, eats it herself quickly, and then gets to speaking to your dismay or not. So yes, sorry. Yes, I have something that could at least get you out of the base for a little bit and still be labeled as light duty. There is a encampment out on the northern borders of the desert, and within our slowly dwindling of defenses and territory that has been used for a while now to store munitions and as a forward operating base in times of need. But with the pressure from the white blood cells and the shifting of lines for Harrison Armory, that forward garrison is no longer needed to pull back what's there and reposition and reallocate the resources that have been, unfortunately abandoned. It should be a quick and easy extraction. No one should be left there to stop you from doing what needs to be done, and we'll be sending a armored task group with you to load everything up and get on out. Just recent issues, it's best to send someone at least trained and understanding of what needs to get done in a hasty situation. I figured I'd recommend the four of you for this job.
Sounds like light enough work. Go collect some ammunition and bring it back home.
Yeah, simple as. There's nothing else of complexity. We haven't had any seismic readings from the location, and Harrison Armory hasn't moved past that line yet, so we're still in safe operational territory, but it's best not to push our luck too far. Do note that, yes, it is ammunition. Yes, it is volatile. So please handle it carefully, and if anything gets in your way, don't be afraid to use it.
Understood. We will try to avoid wasting it, at least.
Yes, that's all I ever ask for. Simply don't waste the things I procure. She smiles and if you happen to find anything extra, feel free to drag it back as well. Or use it to your needs. What troops get up to it, the forward encampments is entirely on them. Situational requirements do stand the test of time and are more than within the budget of corporate dogs.
Oh, speaking of corporate dogs, has there been any news on the lost puppy?
Paul shoots you a look of daggers. I'd prefer if you didn't refer to to the lost pilot in such ways, especially not in such a crowded area. Glances around. No, we haven't had word of the missing Barahir. That or contact with the Gilgameshes has been entirely lost cause. So Melba continues to put pressure on us to find his bastard clone of a child. The last time we had signal was with your engagement with the honest friend.
Yeah, the Lions of the Lake detachment.
Yes, that whole nother shithole. But yes, we lost signal shortly after you began combat with an honest friend and the man named Crooked Trevor. Haven't heard or seen anything since.
I honestly don't know where he could have gone because the forest was full of those white blood cells at the time.
Agreed, and the Gilgamesh is programmed to return to Melba the death of its pilot, so that means that either the so-called Code Mother got into Gilgamesh's systems, or Barahir is still alive and simply AWOL.
So either they have another scary machine or he is just off gallivanting somewhere. It never stops, does it?
Well, I should get back to my duties. Much to do around the base, and operations aplenty. Stands up, and the troops around him stand and salute. Around at ease, at ease. Lunch. Business meeting. Tray and tosses it into the incinerator and walks out. Immediately, McKay smiles a wide, stupid grin. Well, now that spoiled egg is gone, how about another bite? And she offers she takes one of your meatballs and offers it to you.
That point, Sulfan's just gonna get up and go find the engineer's table.
I hit on my head out.
He is done being a third wheel every single time.
I mean, it's a minimum like a truck. So you might be the sixth wheel, really.
True. Gregor's there. There's 4.
Well, Gregor's not
Gregor
there.
is dead inside.
Well, his body is there.
Look, we all could be a bit dead inside. It's fine.
His corporeal form is at the table.
Gelred is more than happy than to give dating advice to Nima anytime required. He is programmed in understanding the languages of love.
Oh, I'm sure he is. Mm-hmm.
just waiting for an excuse to become the voices in our heads and not just the voices fucking Gregor's.
Sadly, Nima's not that kind of science experiment.
Yeah, but you all have comm devices.
He
I was
hasn't
gonna say, I
jacked
know.
into ours yet.
That's a hell of a key word.
Yeah. Gelred does begin to plot out an afternoon workout routine, by the way, Gregor. Whether you listen or follow it is entirely up to you. In the last 2 weeks, Galret's probably become a little bit of background noise. Uh, I guess I'll ask is, how do you feel about Gelret being in your head? It's certainly less numerical chanting. You don't see code everywhere anymore, and well, he at least seems to be attempting to give useful information.
I think I probably would have been heavily skeptical for like the first week and a bit because it's, I mean,
One voice of the machine replaced with another voice of the machine. Yes.
Well,
Well,
Whoa.
Discord Shinuri.
Discord.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. We love Discord.
We love Discord.
Yep.
But yeah, who'd have guessed? Voice in heads, not very trustworthy. But
doesn't help the existential dread either.
yeah,
Yeah.
but trying to make do with the situation.
Fair. Also, in case you wish to continue the task, Gelret has managed to synthesize information that is injected into you when you smoke. And though he still recommends against it due to the addictive nature of even mimicry of nicotine, you are capable of continuing the use of your smokes.
Perfect. My
And don't forget, we have a personal printer.
Yes, you guys do not have a personal printer. But yeah. With that, the day goes by fairly uneventfully beyond that. Occasionally you hear the crack of distant gunfire, artillery shots here or there. There is now a fairly continuous buzzing noise base as for daylight has now given the order of a permanent permanent use of the energy fields that line the walls. So there's a constant kind of staticky noise around the base. Some people have gotten irritated by it, and others are fairly used to it now. Mainly comes from the fact that there is continuously sand that impacts the fields of energy, and it leaves a small crackle of ozone in the air.
Smells like home.
Fair. That fake ozone scent.
Fake ozone, something always rumbling and crackling.
Yeah. So is there anything anyone wants to do before we move on?
I suppose I could check with the engineers on the orbital guns and see if there's any way we could get a third one up, or if we're just strapped for parts at this point and have to wait for shipment.
You know that it's on a delay. There currently isn't any possible way unless the closest they can do right now is attempting to strip Harrison Armory equipment of its of their battery arrays and attempting to jury rig something up to at least sustain fire and not overload every shot.
I suppose we're looking to optimize the two we have instead of getting a third up.
Either way. Anything else?
I think I'll just, in
Um,
general, look into stuff like that. But otherwise, I'll leave other shenanigans up to the rest of
Uh, and I think I personally will. I'll go along for a brief duration with the group that I was sat with at the lunch table to help them. You know, at least for if they are going to enact those new patrol patterns or whatever, like at least briefly help them get the workings of that laid out before
Um,
I'm gallivanting off.
yeah, they don't innately go and do that. Sonya does send the plans over to Cole and the higher ups. But yeah, they're not like immediately shifting it.
It's not groundbreaking.
Well, it's a military operation, so orders have to go through higher
Yeah,
ups before.
bureaucracy.
Yeah.
It's a military op. Bureaucracy.
I mean, outside of that, they spend time at the range, as well as simple physical training and maintenance of their own personal bodies and equipment. Um, is there anything specific you wanted to do with them or chat about, or are you good?
Uh,
Then-
no, I think other than that, I'll just get like a copy. I'll just have Sonya or give me a like a paper copy of whatever the heck she has written down, so I can observe that in my own time and just keep an idea of like, okay, what might be somewhere in this pipeline.
She looks you confused why the fuck you asked for a paper copy, then sends you a digital variation.
Good enough.
People just have a love for the classics.
Does anyone else wish to do anything of note?
Um,
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
Okay. Nima, anything from you?
No.
Okay. And so the night passes. She finds rest in your own ways. Galrot starts counting sheep in your head for you, Gregor, to help you.
Damn, that's crazy. I'm never getting any fucking sleep.
Actually, in the dead of night, you do find yourself that you do struggle to actually find true rest, as even in the back of your mind, you can still hear the quiet whispers of something else edging and prodding, seeking new light in the back of your mind. It's not vocal, doesn't there's no understanding of what's back there, but there's something, and it leaves you with a bit of unease, as it's been persistent ever since you lost the code those weeks ago. And so the night passes, and the next morning you are all called in bright and early for a briefing on your new assignment. Deemed the very simple and obvious title of Operation Grab Bag, the four of you are to embark on a short armored journey to forward off base at the edge of the jungle, aptly named Outpost Shithole. The soldier who had put that name into the official file has been reprimanded and put in their place. The name was eroded, but title still stands. Paul, under his breath, finds it quite funny. But it is described, and you get multiple images of the layout of the location. It is a small walled encampment. Some prefab buildings were set up to house the soldiers and personnel that were to operate the outpost. And it lasted for a couple of months, but in recent times they've had to pull back personnel with the dangers of the nearby jungles increasing. It wasn't worth leaving underarmed combatants and non-combatants in such a dangerous location. The evacuation was quick and swift, and most things were unfortunately left behind. There is a laundry list of munitions and armaments that were abandoned at the base that would do well within the hands of the soldiers currently within Fort Daylight. So you have been tasked with retrieving such things. You will be assigned a multitude of armored vehicles and transports to load up and get sent back to base. You are informed if you are engaged by any forces, you are open to the use of any munitions sitting around. The structures and defenses around the outpost are of no concern. They will be demolished in time anyways. So use the resources at hand if it comes to conflict. The outer wall is rated for anti-mech armaments, so it will take a punch before going down, but it's not going to take a whole lot. And there are very few defensive positions that are operatable by machine. Most of the defensive points inside the base are meant for infantry for simple defenses. Overall, the journey should take simplest day flight out. Nothing too dangerous, but they do need to make sure to stay out of it. Opposing airspace, as Harrison Army has been doing their best to get in the way of mobile operations for Fort Daylight and CNH corporate activities. Outside of that, there has been few to no seismic activities around the encampment, and there isn't much to be said about the local wildlife, as it never really was all that populated with its relative closeness to the deserts. That Paul looks at the four of you. Well, basic briefing over. Any questions, requests? Don't forget, our resources are your resources, so if there's anything you need, let us know. Preferably ahead of time.
Like I suppose at that. Good.
We should be fine. The base seems standable for us to go and loot.
I'm sure corporate would love the terminology looting added to the briefing you. Prefer if it was referred to as requisitioning or the reestablishment of arms and armament. Looting makes it seem third party.
Reacquiring our own weaponry.
I mean, technically, it is third party.
It is the requisition.
Yeah,
Let's just
but briefings are recorded and I can only edit them so far, so please keep it within confines of, well, corporate lingo. That way I stay out of trouble and I don't have to, reprimand anyone.
Understood.
Appointed requisitioning it is then.
Fantastic.
And among this appointed requisitioning, do we seek to regain any of the point defenses from the walls, possibly?
No, most of the defenses there are prefab stuff, nothing too crazy. I do want to notate there is a quick deployed printer on the premises of the base. Retrieving that would be quite the boon to operations. The codes within as well would be nice to not have lost to the enemy, whether machine or man, not having them not giving them the upper hand of using our own technology would be much appreciated. So either bring it back or blow it up. I don't really give a shit. Just make sure it doesn't stay there.
I will attempt to see to it that it is requisitioned and brought back with us then.
Fantastic. Do note that we can authorize the test firing of one cannon if you require the means of covering fire. The programming and trajectory will take a short bit of time upon requisition, but do note that we can flatten the local wildlife if need be.
Understood.
We will
If
attempt to
we're-
see to it that it's not required.
If worse comes to worse, we can set the printer to wipe itself and try and drag it out then.
Good. Any questions?
None further.
Fantastic.
I have a question.
Yes.
What caliber should I use?
Looks at you.
50 seems good, but like I personally like a 75.
You see him flip through multiple hollow sheets and then pulls up the schematics of pulls up the schematics for your mech and looks it over. Operating machine Roro under pilot name Hellcat. Current loadout 1 MC AMLANTI AML anti-armor missile 1 mortar 1 Gandiva missile system series of Javelin rockets. I don't see a single ballistic weapon upon this machine. What the fuck are you doing shooting 50 cal?
I mean, I could fit it out,
Just opens the fucking cockpit with a sniper rifle. Just
Yeah. I mean, I'm just thinking of what's the anime called with the drill and the mechs?
oh fucking
Gurren Lagann.
Gurren Lagann?
Yeah.
Yeah, the lady with the fucking railgun sniper.
Oh, yes. The anime waifu. Yeah.
The anime
Yeah.
waifu. That's totally not of age. Yeah, totally. Um,
Oh.
I love that that was just a call out post.
I appear to have forgotten to full repair last time.
Yeah, I realize I don't think anyone actually did after that. Yeah, make sure to check your stuff and make sure to forward.
There we go.
Don't remember to update your sheet to be level 4.
This is also true. I didn't actually double check who remembered to upgrade
I
your.
think I did that.
Well, I
immediately.
mean, you know.
Might not have.
Yeah.
Looks at
Well-
Nima, who's currently licensed level 2.
Oh.
Hey, Nima, Mori, we're gonna go through and do your fucking level ups after this.
She's been level 2 this whole time?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm sorry?
What?
You're
What do you mean I'm level 2?
you're licensed level 2. You should be.
You have not updated your sheet in 2 levels.
Yes.
Oh, it's okay. I apparently forgot to do mine last time too. Whoops.
Oh, okay.
See,
I was confused. Like, I was definitely like not 2, and it says 3 on the CompCon.
Yes, you need to make sure
Oh, I
to
just
actually
haven't-
update your
Yeah.
boundary
Yeah.
list.
Yeah, I
It's
went
not
through the CompCon one. It's like, oh, I guess I did forget to do my 4.
Either
Well-
way, I shall do this real quick.
Were
I'll deal with
we
it.
level 4 during that escort mission?
We
But-
finished Act 1 at license level 4.
Okay, so I just
yeah,
remember-
we basically got level 4 off of the escort mission, but because we couldn't, have mech facilities, we couldn't,
There was no
actually make use
facilitation
of it.
for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, you guys are giving your orders and are able to proceed as you see fit. So, again, if there's any additional requisition you wish to seek, either talk to Paul or potentially the engineering group. Should be a short and simple mission as Paul described, but who knows?
I think we're good.
Yeah, I should be good.
Alright. Well, you guys have in reserve 1 artillery strike.
Yay.
Yippee.
Do notate the artillery strike does take 1 round to triangulate and fire. So if you call it in, you have a round to vacate the landing zone.
Okay.
Yeah. Out of that, you guys are good to go. We can move out. You guys load up into your machines, and this time you guys are given the luxury of being flown out to the position you need to be at. Those are loaded up alongside you. You'll be walking back, but the initial deployment will be by air. as far as they know, the ground around is clear. They just simply need to avoid any patrol lines and or no artillery firing lines on the approach. The large hover carrier loads up everyone's machines without issue. The 4 armored vehicles and transports load up alongside you. Nima, you are greeted by the ever excited grin and flaming red hair of one Lieutenant Cold-Eye McKay, who's already on board the vessel. You can see she's.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
buddy.
sorry.
He's sick.
Someone is sick of this shit.
McKay is cleaning out a large caliber heavy machine gun. It is decorated with a multitude of different tags and symbols. From what you understand, they markings of each war zone she's had to fight in. And the dashes are mechs brought down by her personally. McKay is not a mech pilot.
Like, you don't need to be a pilot to kill a mech. You just
Yeah.
need a big enough gun.
Big enough gun.
Big enough gun and good enough aim.
Yeah, she's maintaining her weapon. She's popping out a barrel, oiling up new ones, and making sure that her dispenser is functioning. Yeah, she has equivalent to an infantry variant of the Chachi shredding shitwrecker. The large heavy caliber machine gun it's a fairly archaic design. It's an early build designed to bring down lighter armored mechs. It's been minorly modified to shoot heavier light payload explosive rounds, but it ruins barrels. It will absolutely shred its own barrels, and it does constantly to be cleaned, oiled, and replaced with parts. Very few people would be able to wield this. McKay is obviously augmented, so her ability to do so is rare. Yeah, the transport goes upon its journey in little under like a couple hours of flight puts you out in the over the bits of jungle. Again, a quick briefing is given to everyone on board. McKay goes over all the details of the location, what's going on before touchdown finally happens. Around you, you immediately hear the buzzing of an alien world. The jungle's filled with strange insects and noises and creatures breaking branches and doing calls of information amongst each other throughout the jungles.
Fucking nature.
Fucking nature. The machine should take over the planet. But you step out into onto the ground, and already you can the mechs begin to auto activate stabilizers as they sink ever so slightly into the mucky, slushy ground. Recent weather changes have left this place very, very moist, and you can see a small river has begun to form along the eastern wall, scraping along the outside as a kind of a half moat. Um, the buildings around are covered in uh, uh, thin layers of planty, mossy overgrowth. See, a lot of the vehicles have already begun to, well, the remaining vehicles have begun to succumb to the whims of nature. Um, McKay begins to bark orders to the small detail of troops that were sent alongside you, ordering them to begin checking buildings, whatnot. Sending a couple people over to one of the warehouses to begin opening up the seal on those and getting them ready for retrieval and transportation of the material goods inside. What do the four of you do?
I believe I'll immediately go searching for our pop-up printer.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the printer's impossible to miss. It is about the size of a like a one-story house. It is out there to print all the needs of the people who were there, vehicles, armaments, and whatnot.
Well, then I'm looking for the terminal.
Yeah, there's a couple terminals for it. They're covered in muck and grime. Um, as you roam around, you scurry to and fro.
I'm going to try and turn the thing on so that I can start wiping any data off of it, or at least observe it, then wipe it.
Do you go to turn it on? So first of all, are you in or out of your mech?
I am out of the mech because I do not have the connectors for it.
Okay. Um. So you lean over, examine the machine, and tap on its screen to see if it has life. And as you do so, and realize that there is no life to this terminal, you hear one of the soldiers call out from the warehouse. Ma'am, seems generator's dead. We're not getting any juice to this terminal. Warehouse is locked down hard.
For the love of... I guess I'm going to go look for the generator.
So McKay turns towards the other troops and barks at them to see if they can't get something running to put power to some of these terminals.
I was gonna say, what's the entryway to the warehouse? Like, what kind of a door is it?
It is a large reinforced warehouse door. You could blast your way through it.
Given
Looks
that
at
it is
mech with what guns?
I was also going to say,
cut your way through.
Specifically, you could technically walk through it.
Yeah.
Ghost through
Good.
it, Ghost Man.
It's Spooky
Um,
Dave.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, if it's big enough for a mech to fit into
Yep.
it, yeah, I'll intangible my way through the door. Fuck it, why not?
Uh, you in the final phase of existence, one to the warehouse door, the soldiers look. It's always a bit of surprise to see your machine moving about because I assume it relatively doesn't walk most places. And the rather eldritch limb that replaced its left arm is very different.
Don't worry about it. It's whatever I need it to be at that
Don't worry
situation.
about it.
It's
Don't
fine.
worry about
it's
it.
Fine. Yeah, with the how like you just like shift through it. Do anything?
Yeah,
like,
pretty
okay.
much.
Yeah, you simply shift through it. The inside of the warehouse is pitch black. Thanks to sensors, you're easily able to pick up the interiors and turn on any headlights or anything. Lighting is simple as. Yeah. Warehouse sits about 3 stories tall. There is a multitude of crates and canisters laying about, mixed among a couple of armored vehicles, some light tanks, and one anti-mech armored heavy combat tank as well. The inside seems fairly it's been sealed, so doesn't seem like anything crazy's gotten inside. There's a little bit of dampness and moisture. The humidity's caused like a slight bit of rusting here or there on a railing or a case, but as far as you can tell, and as far as Gelret has informed you, there doesn't seem to be anything off in here, and sensors aren't picking up any sign of movement.
In that case, I'll probably see about. I don't want to say looting everything, but like checking the containers and like making like a note of like, all right, we've got X blah blah blah, so I can just point people to, all right, you're looking for that, it's over there, Yeah.
Okay. Now you begin just trying to simply scan and document the things that you find. It's a mixture of light and heavy ammunitions and armaments, as was previously portrayed.
Mhm.
You do also find a case full of power cells that definitely go to a generator.
So with like the case of power cells, I'd probably like with my mech pick it up, go back to the entryway, just kind of phase my arm through with the case, put it down, and then pull it back, pull my arm back through.
The rest of you see Gregor. You see that the hand uh of the final phase of existence to seek back out of the wall with the case and just kind of plop it on the ground before sinking back into the warehouse.
That's one way to get shit out of it.
Nima.
Look, you're gonna need some way to power the generator. There you go.
Nima, Derek,
Much
are you
like
two doing anything?
I mean, I'll keep watch.
Okay.
Nothing really jumps at me. Like this character would do this.
Yeah, and simply moving over to one of the outer walls. The gate does face towards so there's a southern gate and a northern gate. The southern gate is where you will be extracting from. The gate sits fairly open on either side, are large security blocks that are essentially checkpoints. A couple of automated defenses that scan back and forth, running off of some sort of either internal or backup power, since the generators seems to have been dead for a little bit. The walls seem sturdy enough. They're not horribly tall. They're also only about 12 feet at their peak. Ladders and simple staircases lead up to platforms, and there's space for cover and armaments to be placed if need be for infantry. It does not look like it would support a mech standing on it. And
that attitude.
not a heavy mech. A lighter mech probably could. And the outer walls, they do seem to have the capacity for the anti-ballistic energy field that you find on the launcher for daylight, but it doesn't seem they were ever placed.
I mean, as far as what I'm doing, I guess I'm just gonna look around through to see what I can find to actually back with us, aside from whatever's in the warehouse.
Okay. To search most of the buildings, you would need to disembark from your machine.
Yeah, I'll disembark and get looking.
Okay. Is there anything in particular you're looking for?
I'm going to start looking for that printer that we had told to us about.
You know where?
Giant building over there.
Yeah, it's the large building size printer that was outside. It's not small
See,
enough.
I had to get up and step out for like 5 minutes because my family was calling on me for something. So I actually didn't know.
Okay.
It currently does not
So-
work because no power.
Oh well, fair enough.
So,
At that
found
point,
someone.
just any kind of like crates of small arms, anything like that might have been left around by, not fully attentive soldiers or whatever, not paying attention to where they were leaving stuff.
Yeah, I mean, again, the evacuation was swift. Upon the announcement of the situation, the base was ordered to be abandoned. So, there is a lot of personal effects laying about, small arms and whatnot, because those are not necessary to be grabbed in an evacuation.
So yeah, while everyone else is dealing with the warehouse and things of that nature, I will begin going and grabbing more small arms from around the base for like the infantry and whatnot back at daylight.
There is in total 2 barracks that seem to house about 40 to 50 beds and personal effects within. There is a mess hall fit for holding about 100 troops, and there is a armory that remains sealed and requires power and or security to open it. Or strong arm.
That is true. Let me see about a thing real quick. I do technically have absolute meat. If I
Yes.
I don't think I'm gonna. I think for now I'll look through the barracks, see if anybody was slow on getting out of fucking bed or something and left their guns or whatnot
Sure.
on their way out the door. Once the power is restored, I'll go check the armory proper. But
Okay. Yeah, you
that can be.
give me a grit roll if you have something that's equivalent to searching the location. You may use that.
I do not. So grit roll it is.
All right.
That ain't much.
Yeah, I mean, so yes, you find the usual mixture of small arm and personal effects. A lot of the lockers are still programmed locked. and still require power to be turned on and capable of being opened without brute force. The downsides to technology is technology requires power. Outside of that, you find a singular future Playboy mag. It's kind of musty and gunky from humidity, though. Not really worth. Centerfold's gone.
Yeah. Damn, not even the centerfold. Oh, well.
Yeah.
I'll just take
Yeah.
the small arms.
Okay. Yeah, it's just a couple of essential slug weapons and standard issue equipment. Nothing crazy. Handing those off to random schmuck number 2 will get those stowed away.
Yep.
Sulfin.
Yeah.
You were calm that there is batteries for the generator.
Very good. Let's see if the generator is still functional enough to be able to use those batteries.
Outside of some recent viney overgrowth and some moss here or there, yeah, the generator seems to be in functional capacity. Nothing crazy going on with it. Nothing out of order that you can tell. And the wiring seems to be good for the connected devices.
Well, then I'll slap the prerequisite amount of batteries into it and get it going.
You rip open a 4-pack of AAA batteries and slap those motherfuckers in.
Plug it, powered by Duracell. Here
Duracell,
we go.
baby. It's
Like,
still
figured
there 15,000 years in the future.
Figured they at least to be D cells.
Nah.
Whoa. There's nothing wrong with smaller batteries, okay? Some people like the batteries smaller.
So, you know, some people would even call those massive.
Why?
Oh, because it needed to be done once, at least once.
Fine.
We love you, Maury. We love you.
The
Anyway.
solitary dick joke has been made.
Oh, that was a boob joke.
Okay. That works then.
Hence why I apologize to the only lady here.
Yep.
Kay has tits for the both of us.
Fair. Fair.
Yeah,
That's just being boob greedy at that point, but you know,
Yeah.
you do.
Share.
Hell, yeah, there you go.
Share the back pain. What the fuck?
Yeah.
No.
A burdened shed is a burden less than whatever. Oh.
Or whatever.
Something boobs as all.
Something proverbs.
I'm not awake enough.
I don't know, man. Power save mode is on. My brain is not. We're good.
Anyways, yes, with a simple aid from some machinery and or one of the other pilots operating back, you can remove the old dead batteries and then put in 2 new cores, getting it powered up. A quick chug and ka-thunk. See the spark of life as the batteries wind into life, and the coils power on, pumping energy now throughout the base. Lights flicker and whatnot. You hear the crack and pop of a intercom spewing on and then cutting off as power goes to it. The searchlights on the edge of the walls click on, beginning their pre-programmed patrol back and forth, illuminating the jungles and trees around you. The terminals begin to power on as well. Chimes and beeps and boops of acknowledgement of power and loading into their standby modes. Generator reads fully operational. There doesn't seem to be any faulty readouts or power surges. Clean shut off of power when when it first went off, the printer kicks on as well, and you hear it begin to chug and actually start printing something.
Someone must have left a print order going. I'm gonna go check on that for my next thing.
Okay. Gregor, the lights inside the warehouse kick on and begins to hum with power inside. You see more clearly the layout of the crates and whatnot. The door to the office up top is you can see that it's been impacted by something heavy. Small enough to fit within the warehouse, but large enough to indent a heavy security door.
I mean, yeah, fuck it. Let's go check. Well, okay, no. First things first. Let's see if is there a way to open the door from this side, or is it only outside? I forgot to check that.
There is a panel for opening the door inside. Yes.
Okay. Well, first things first. I'd go do that,
Okay.
and then, if no one, once everyone knows where everything is, I'll go investigate the office.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you technically to do the panel, you don't even need to leave the mech. You now the power's on. You could just link to it and open it up.
Yeah.
You could do it manually. Either way, doesn't matter. Up to you. But yeah, the large door grinds open and begins to fold back. Hay parks some orders to nearby troops to begin loading up the materials, having received a simple list and layout from you and Gelrat of the more important goods and essentially a order of what's worth and what's less worth to be loaded. And yeah, you do have to disembark from your mech to go into the office.
That is fine.
Okay. Yeah, simply going up the railing or the staircase to the upper railings gets you to the door. You can see there is yeah, the doors have some heavy impacts that have dented it and broken it from its holdings. It's still slightly ajar and blocks most of the doorway. You can kind of peer in, but you can't quite get your body fully through.
Trying to think. I would like to see about seeing if I couldn't potentially leverage something to at least widen the gap, I guess, if nothing else.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a grit roll if you have a skill that would suffice here. You may choose to use some.
I don't believe so, so I would just grit it up.
Grit it up. As you I was gonna say as
Fuck
you
that.
Not much better than mine. Let's go. Still better.
as
Still
you
better.
begin to try and pry it open, the the metal pole you grabbed doesn't quite suffice, and it snaps. And back of your head, Gelred speaks up. We could always attempt muscle enhancement. Your body is still nano machines. I could see if I could program temporarily a augmentation.
Yeah, and what's that gonna cost me? Gonna end up being super tired or something? Like,
The end results would most likely be exhaustion, strain on the body. Yes. I do not see further corruption of your mechanical disposition.
go on, why not?
All right.
Have at it, buddy.
I will say you can choose to force your way into this door with the help of Gelred. You will gain 1 stress.
You know what? Yeah, sure. I'll eat a stress for it. Why not?
Okay. So
I'm stressed out.
with the feeling of the strange feeling of almost like hands under the top layer of your skin begins to mold and sculpt new muscle layers inside of your body. Your arms feel like lead. Their density and weight beyond what normal capacity would allow, and with a simple simply placing your hands between the joints and yanking, the door bends like so much paper mache. You very quickly after feel the recoil and strain as your muscles decompress and the density fades away, but the you feel a burning kind of agony underneath the layers of skin, synthetic muscle. Inside the office is a series of wall-to-wall computers and monitors that with power on flicker with all kinds of colors and doodads and readouts. A couple of the monitors lay shattered and broken. You can see a mess of papers decaying in humidity spewed across the ground, a hollow slab here or there, either shattered or simply powered down due to batteries being removed, or see a small handheld device thrown in an old cup of coffee.
It's fucked up.
No, I gotta do the coffee dirty.
in as you examine the room, see here of viney and mossy overgrowth seeping through a small breach in the ceiling that lets in small bits of sunlight through the roof. The corner of the far right corner of the office is smeared with what immediately can tell is blood. You can see quite a few smears of blood and viscera. That is certainly about 2 weeks old from what Gelred can scan and process from this distance. Seems that emergency evacuation is potentially a bit more than just an emergency consideration. Something happened.
Still very strange though, because there's only a minor breach in the roof, and sure, there's also the door. Well, what was it, like partially caved in?
Yeah.
Yet enough. Well, of course, nothing was taken because whatever attacked obviously was probably one of the white blood cell things. If I had to guess, but it just seems a bit. I don't know. Seems weird. Something ain't adding up.
As
Right,
you're
right.
glancing around, Sulfin, you make your way back to the printer as it slowly kind of chugs to life. It's whatever it's attempting to print, it's struggling. The materials it's pushing out seem to be clogging its uh, filament nozzles, and it's running a little slow. The object is not large. It's about the. It looks like it's no bigger than like a husky.
Hmm.
Um, the bottom layers are a dull gray, and there's a bit of curvature to it as it continues to print through.
I'm going to try and look up the actual print before I cancel it to see what it's trying to make.
All right. Give me a grit. You have a skill such as hack or fix to aid in this. You may choose to do so.
I indeed do, and I'm also going to pop Metal Bloom.
Okay.
So that I can't roll under a 10 because the dice seem to be nasty today.
Fair.
Okay.
Didn't
that
even need it.
So
is-
I mean,
I did because that bumped it up to 16.
yeah, it is up to a 16 instead of a.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's basically a base of 10 plus
Gotcha,
6.
gotcha. Yeah.
If you rolled higher, then sure, but yeah, it's innately a base 10 plus 6.
Mhm.
So skimming through it, you have to punch through a couple of quickly in placed firewalls to get to where you're looking into the print files and deeper in. You see one print file, like a folder print files, that is CNH corporate, like standard issue forward operating base prints, vehicles, tanks, weapons, whatnot. But there is another file. It's unnamed, and simply getting through a couple of CNH firewalls does not give you access to it.
Huh.
We just need to ask nicely. I'm sure I'll let you in then.
Well, since I don't know what it is, I'm going to try and cancel the print.
Okay. Putting in the correct line of codes for print cancellation through corporate means fails.
You don't
Something
have clearance to cancel the thing you don't know what it is.
something is trying to be printed and I cannot cancel it. So something is wrong.
I assume, are you relaying that to everyone else? Or
Yes.
Okay.
I'm relaying that to everyone, including McKay.
Okay. McKay jogs over to you and. Well, if it's not going to shut itself down, then aggressive means may be the best solution. We can rig up some explosives to bring down the printer in short order. Be ashamed to lose
Now,
it.
now everything is, we either wait for whatever it is to come out or force unplug it. figure out it makes.
I'm certainly not one to wait for mysterious printings to happen. Looking at the timer, the print has about 10 minutes before it's finished. She looks to you. If you want to give it another go at shutting it down, I'd give you about a minute before I order this thing to get blown up. Otherwise, I can do that now.
Well, I'll try again, but if I can't do anything with it, I'll shut it off. I'll set explosives myself.
Fantastic. She leaves a bundle of explosives at your feet.
Fun. And I'll start working on that.
Okay. Nima. What is the sensor range of Roro?
Um,
Oh no.
The mech and stats.
Yeah. Open up Roro. Go to stats. The second column, third row is sensors.
15.
15. Okay. Your sensors kick on. Quick ping. Small target. It's moving fairly quickly.
Okay. I just know that's a small target. I don't know, like, if it's
It
like
doesn't.
a rat or
No. So it's big enough to be picked up on sensors, so it's definitely not a rat.
Okay.
From mass movement, based off of sensors, it appears to be maybe 80 pounds.
80 pounds. That's like a small child. I'll go on like the comm and let people know, hey, I'm picking up something in that general direction. It's not like a rat, but it's big enough.
Derek, what's your sensor range?
The
Actually, you're not in
sensor
your
range-
mech. That's
yeah,
right.
I'm not in my mech.
That's right. You're not in your mech.
Yeah, it's like I still tell you, but I don't think it's relevant.
Nah, it's not. It's not relevant to prison, not his mech. Kicking around through the barracks. You're shuffling through stuff now that you can actually get to the lockers and getting them open. You hear the sound of shuffling. Something of a decent weight. Sounds like it's moving.
All right. Well, I will I will, with the one gun I have on my person at ready in case I, need to use it. I will go and see if I can't find what it is.
Okay. You can look around and listening for the sound again, and it appears to be coming from underneath the platings of the floor.
I will. I'll go over comms and just like, we got something moving in the barracks, or more aptly, under the barracks.
As this pipes on, Gregor, out of the corner of your eyes, as you're glancing around, shifting of green crosses the corner of your vision. Plant life doesn't move. It again creeps across the edge of your vision. Galret, speaks up. We are not alone. Something is monitoring us.
Probably get out of here then and see what everyone else is dealing with, and then we can come back, check what's here.
I would recommend quick and dutiful. Gregor, get down.
Ah! Oh,
With a
dog.
quick streak of green biomass and heat. A splattering of acidic, super hot plasma streaks from the hole in the roof and burns very quickly through the monitors on the wall and through the ground. Creeping from the roof, a small canine-esque creature. Its outer shell, dull gray, almost white. Smooth edges give a grotesque imitation of biological life, but you can tell very quickly that it is entirely machine. It lunges into the room and howls, and from its howls you hear the screams of multitudes of voices, robotic tones across your eyes streak horrifying, jumbled bass of the Evanescent Creed. Derek.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Derek, from the floor, a large dent bulges and very quickly rips open. You see the end talons of something dull and gray trying to rip its way through the floor, scratching and clawing and tearing at the metal towards you.
I am immediately going on to comms. We have hostiles. Combat ready.
Sulfin, as you're attempting to put a stop code to this machine, you hear the clamoring of something on metal on the other side of the wall in front of you, and springing shortly, very quickly over the wall, a group of about 3 dull gray canine-esque machines peek over, followed by a quick comms from Derek informing you contact.
Wonderful.
Without even a moment's hesitation, the loud cacophony of Lieutenant McKay's machine gun drowns out any possible sound that isn't directly plugged into your ear as he opens fire next to you, spattering bits of the first of the small machines across the wall. It spatters, and a sickly greenish goo begins to leak out from its remaining bits. Nima, you hear the retort of gunfire coming from the direction of the printer, just after a call out that Derek has had contact with some sort of opposing force. As this happens, your sensors immediately ping out 2, 3, 5, 10 objects, small, about 80 pounds, now barreling towards and very quickly over the walls, and in a but a moment, you see small grayish white canine-like machines leaping towards you and the Roro. What do you do?
Is that just to Nima or to all of us?
That's Tanima currently.
Okay.
Uh. Sorry, I was being talked to. What?
Mhm.
What? What to do? What was the options?
A whole bunch
Uh,
of robot dogs around us.
Yeah,
There's robot dogs
you
around us.
you have being assailed by what you currently have leaping at you, a cruel copy of a canine. It weighs about 80 pounds. Its sleek metal carapaced shell is a dull gray white, and there's about 10 of them coming over the walls. You have a moment to react.
I mean, I don't want to be like too
Do
gung
cool.
ho
I
with
don't
like
care.
it.
be
Okay.
cool.
Be gun ho.
Oh, well, I don't want to blow up the place that we're in. You know, like what if there's something important?
This place is getting demolished anyway.
You could quite literally do whatever you want right now.
Oh,
We're in
all right.
narrative.
Okay, great.
Do.
Do
If
things.
if you can
Imagine it.
bullshit your way into doing something, you can do it. Go.
How about go fuck yourself?
No, fair.
Yeah, it's okay.
Hmm.
The
I'm
divine
using my core divine punishment.
Fair. I mean, okay, so
Yeah.
it doesn't require that much response. You'd probably want to save that for the ensuing after
Alright,
shenanigans.
fine.
Just shoot a
Fine,
mortar at
Never
them.
mind.
Just a normal mortar shell will be sufficient.
Yeah.
It's a wild statement.
Nah. Mortar shell. Okay.
You
Tell
don't
how
need to roll. This
Okay.
is simply, again, this is narrative. There is not a requirement of rolling this.
All right.
Yeah. You simply raise the anti-armor missile launcher and fire it at the first of the machines leaping towards you. The oversized missile definitely is overkill on a singular target, and it doesn't even explode on contact. It impacts and crushes the hound-like shape as it passes through it and impacts into the side of the wall, blowing up three others as they scramble over. But it is.
Can we Can we do like hold on, rewind. My character goes "Ah!" and then just fires a missile.
Sure. With a quick yelp of surprise, Nemo fires off a missile that crushes one of the machines, impacts the wall, and blows up a multitude more. Shortly after the explosion, Nemo, you get multiple contact warnings on the outside of Roro, as well as a multitude of penetration readouts and a loss of armor structure.
They're eating the paint.
They're eating the paint.
The pain.
They're drinking paint. No.
Oh, so that's
So,
why it spat at me earlier. Oh, that makes sense.
So I know what I'm gonna be doing.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm going to with the terminal. I'm going to input a full kill code on the entire machine.
But like, what if it's printing something really good?
But,
Given the fact that we have these machines here, I do not trust that idea.
yeah, I'm not entirely convinced I trust that
Well,
either.
I mean, how long ago did it stop printing?
It hasn't stopped.
It hasn't. Yeah.
No, but what I mean is like, Uh, how long has it been since power was restored up to now? Is what I mean. Sorry.
Oh, like when did power come on? Like when did you guys swap the batteries?
Yeah.
Um, about 4 minutes have passed.
Okay. So, I mean, what could, realistically speaking, you'd be able to see something of what it's making.
Mm-hmm. And
It is
Not that I can.
Yeah.
So, you know.
it is
uh,
something, and I have no access to it.
No, but you
uh,
could visually see it printing something. Is what I mean.
Yeah.
Yes,
yes.
You
Yeah.
can
And I
look
did
with
describe
your
it
eye.
earlier.
Yeah.
yes. I do
Sure.
not like
No.
the look of it.
Yeah, well, fair enough, I guess.
I am inputting the full kill code set so that the machine is basically a brick that will need to be repaired later.
Alright. You type in kill code, and similar to previous attempts, it initially registers that you do not have authorization to stop this print. It then screen cuts out, flickers green, and the symbol of the Evanescent Creed creeps over the monitor.
I then say, okay, then we'll do this the old-fashioned way, and I take my thermite charge and slap it on the panel.
As you do this, you can hear the gears and machinery of the printer wind up as it begins to hasten the print. You can very quickly tell it's just making more of whatever came over the wall.
Jedi, away from the machine now. I'm about to blow it.
McKay looks to you, nods as she takes a few steps back, holding fire as a few more of the dog-like monstrosities peer over the wall. You can begin hearing the retort of more gunfire from other positions. Nima, your mech is scraped with small arms fire as a couple of the soldiers attempt to rid your machine of its assailants. Derek, what do you do as the floor panels beneath you get shredded and one of these hounds peels out from what you can see is a hole dug underneath the ground?
I am immediately, as best I can, running towards the exit, and since the munitions that I have modified for my rifle specifically are explosive munitions, I am laying into that hole.
Okay. You take steps back and begin to fire through the hole. The first of the machines peeks its head out and loses it very quickly. The explosive rounds tearing through its thinner armor plates and rendering apart its synthetic muscles. Its body tumbles back into the hole, and you hear a crunching noise that impacts. It sounds like a few feet down. You then hear the static call of something else beneath the ground as it seems more of them are coming.
Yeah, I am immediately exiting that building and doing my best to get back to the bulwark presence.
Okay. You sprint from the building, and immediately see the sudden ensuing chaos. Roro is covered in about 5 of the wolves who are beginning to do their best to dig into where the cockpit lies and attempting to rip out joints. A few of the, I guess we'll just call them Marines at this point. Marines are opening fire on Roro and a couple of the other monstrosities that have streaked over the walls. McKay and Sulfin are combating a small pack that are pushing through the printer currently. You see Sulfin throw out one of his explosive charges on the machine, and they begin to pull back. Gregor, you stand alone in a room with a machine that definitely wants you dead.
Has it considered the following of fuck off, not today?
Do you have a personal weapon?
I mean, yeah.
These guns.
Yeah.
I got these hands.
These hands are rated E.
I mean, they are boosted still, maybe?
No. No, what I'm thinking is I'm gonna run out of the office, and I imagine it's probably gonna chase me. So as it chases me, I wanna see if I can't bait it to try and jump at me, slide underneath it, and then kick it off the entryway onto the warehouse floor below.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
sprinting out of the room over the thin walkway. The monstrosity chases very quickly after you, leaping towards you in an attempt to tackle and pin you down. Simply ducking and kicking your legs up with your enhanced strength. When you hit it, it feels like you're kicking a wall. It's heavy, it's dense, but you get enough leverage to shift it up and over the railing. If not as cleanly as you would have liked, its legs hit the side and tear off the handrails themselves. It plummets down. A loud thud. It impacts and dents the top of one of the weapon canisters.
It'll be all right. Buff it out.
It'll buff out.
Then I will just see about making my way down to get over to my mech.
You make your way towards your machine. Gelred pipes up over comms. These seem to be small hunting machines, fit for killing, for anti-personnel purposes. They should have little effect against machines as long as you keep them away from joints and weak points.
Only getting flashbacks of a certain drill device.
What?
What? No! You're crazy!
Well, then I think that now, since I've placed my charge and am evacuating using my jetpack to get some high ground, I'm going to detonate said thermite charge.
Okay.
It's about to get hot.
It's about to get on.
There is still the explosive she left at my feet there, by the way, too. So that's double the explosive.
Yeah, which is fair. So yeah, okay. Yeah, you jettison away. Are you detonating with McKay within the blast radius there?
No, I'm waiting for her to get away, and if I need to cover her, I can use my weapon to do so.
Okay. Yeah, providing some covering fire to McKay. She makes a few bounds of space between herself and the explosive.
Also, I guess to give a bit of extra, what my gun is, it's basically the Sidewinder from Titanfall.
I remember what that gun was. Is that the auto
micro
lock?
missile. The
Yeah.
micro missile SMG thing.
Okay. So yeah, you rip out a few rounds and impact, knocking around a couple of the monstrosities. Before McKay makes some space and gives you the thumbs up to detonate.
And I do just that.
And with a bright flash of light, the printer goes up in a ball of fire, and shrapnel splatters all over the place. You can see one of the bits of one of the mechanical hounds streak up and over the wall and out into the jungle.
You certainly make some good fireworks, McKay.
McKay smiles. Even at this distance, the retort of her machine gun is loud. You can see in her remaining eye, you see an almost crazed look of enjoyment. The barrel of her machine gun is already a ripe orange as it begins to overheat.
The battle frenzy has taken over, I see.
Nima. You have things on your machine that need to not be there. Give me an engineering check to attempt to remove some of these monstrosities from your hull.
Engineering check.
In the tactical section of your actual pilot's character sheet.
I like this one.
Yep, that one.
Okay.
No. As you attempt to rip them from the hole, you can't quite get a firm grip on any of them as they dart around your machine and begin to. You can hear them ripping at the outer sheets of armored plating. For the sound of gunfire ricochets off of your hull once again, spattering and shredding a multitude of the machines before the last couple leap from the Roro and bolt off towards the jungle once again. You will begin the next combat shredded.
No.
Not the shredder.
At least you're alive.
The shredder!
Where?
It's the shredder!
Everyone just chimes in like an idiot. We love it. The shredder! Anyways, you'll begin the next combat shredded. Things for a moment calm down as the explosion clears off a chunk of the horde, and Derek, you don't see any pursuers as you make it towards your machine and begin to clamber in. Each of you bounce into your mech as once again Nima, the Roro, pings over sensors a multitude of contacts, this time larger, mech-sized, moving through the forests. They are flanked by what seems to be the remaining of the small targets that were still waiting for an opportunity to assail you. Breaking through the woods, gleaming white shells, pulsing green bioplasmas, rifles at ready, gnashing monstrous teeth that shouldn't belong to machines. A patrol of white blood cells breaks through the tree line, begins to barrel towards your positions. and we'll finish the session there.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Yeah. For once, something actually had to catch some of the fucking explosive munitions that Derek's been carrying around the whole fucking campaign.
Yep.
You're right.
So yeah, welcome back to Lancer, y'all. I wanted to immediately put into more focus some of your personal pilot shenanigans and specialties, as well as I do plan on implementing more actual pilot combat and
That would be fun.
more
Hell yeah.
long-term missions. Last act, I did a lot of individual missions to get y'all used to shenanigans and do a better storytelling. But now with an established world, I am going to be giving you guys actual multi-part objectives.
Sorties.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, enjoy the new machines I've designed to make your day just a little bit worse. Did I design a living drill missile? Maybe.
I wouldn't put it past you.
Maybe.
Poor Kaiser.
Look, I don't have disadvantage this time. It's fine.
Right.
Rolls one.
Rolls one.
Look, on the upside, you can become intangible. They can't
True.
rip your mech open if you're intangible, right?
True.
If they're
Right,
touching
true.
you, don't they go with you?
No.
Okay.
No.
I know it's
But
Right.
I figured if I have a jump pack and stuff, I could just go full Titanfall with my load out.
yeah, you
Yeah.
definitely have the capabilities of fighting outside of your mech. Now your mech lacks any advanced AI or NHP to run itself, so you're kind of just abandoning the machine. But
I'll get there once I get more engineering points. Okay.
Kaiser, I'll knife him for you. That's great.
I mean, I have a knife.
Yeah, you were the first person to kill someone with a knife throw from like
With a
50 yards
knife throw.
out.
It was like, yeah,
50 yards.
It was like 70 something yards out. It was fucking hilarious.
And then I kill the next person with the micro missiles.
Yeah.
We went from knife throwing to micro missiles in an instant, and it was great.
But yeah, just box fed heaps of missiles flying out.
Okay.
But yeah.
They
Is
are
there-
not
Is there
tracking.
anything that you
Right.
require of me?
We'll need to get your license levels done properly before next session. So
Because
it
Yeah,
does,
you are under leveled currently.
yeah, that doesn't necessarily need to be today, but I would like to do it before the end of Sunday.
Next week. So, okay.
Yeah, I don't require anything of you right now. If you need to go, you're free to go. Do notate that anyone who hasn't gone to license level 4 needs to do so. Make sure you update your ComCod list here on Foundry as well. If there's any complications with that, let me know and we'll work it all out.
Yeah, just get the new code for your sheet and slap it in.
And thank you all for joining and hanging out. It was a blast. I'm very, very excited to be back to Lancer. And hopefully we get some new fun.
And now you get to do 2 sessions a week.
Yeah, I'm excited. Like technically 3 because I do it for my IRL job as well.
What are you running at work?
Blade Runner.
Oh,
Yeah.
How's that going?
We've only done the first session, but it seems neat.
Okay.
Everyone was really tired for session, so it was kind of a little slow and sloppy, but it definitely seems like a neat system. But yeah.
I too like running with blades.
Ooh.
Where you got that? A knife! No!
Yeah.
That I will set you all free. You're welcome to go. If there's any questions, I'll be around in Discord for a little bit after this. But I'll catch you all y'all nerds later.
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 Goodbye.
Bye.
I just have to try to remember
All right, chat, party, community, YouTube. Thanks for hanging out, being awesome. It was an absolute blast. Love your faces. I love your butts. If you don't know who I am, my name's Hippie. I'm a variety caster here on Twitch. I stream a wide variety of games, from indie games, roguelikes, first-person shooters, strategy tactics games. I love them. I do occasionally do the AAA title. Currently, we've been doing a lot of No Rest for the Wicked. I'm going to be hopping back into some Helldivers in the coming days because it's finally not exploding on my PC. And then it's a game I've been wanting to delve through some more anyways. That and Deep Rock Galactic and some other titles here and there. But also every Wednesday, 3 p.m. Pacific time, you'll find us here doing continuing our Lancer Breaking Ground campaign. This is a homebrewed story that I've just kind of been working on over this last year. It's a continuation of, well, technically it's a side story to the original Lancer campaign, Gravity Well. And all of that Act 1 of Breaking Ground can be found on YouTube in the Lancer playlist. And though the Gravity Well is missing a couple of episodes due to my poor management skills of YouTube Anakin first started, most of it is on YouTube as well if you're interested in the previous storyline. Yeah, I will see you guys all. I'll see Twitch tomorrow for more games and shenanigans. And as for YouTube, if you are still interested in more TTRPGs, I will see you Saturday for session 1 of Fabula Ultima. Sadly, with that, the tavern doors will be closing, so finish your drinks, ladies and gentlemen, and until next time, bye-bye.